If I'm gonna clean it, I'm gonna get naked in it. I don't know what to tell you.
This one's called Devo the Pool Boy.
Charles, so it's Sunday. I'm out here, and it's a beautiful day, cleaning the hot tub. I don't know about you. I know you got a pool, but I know it's the same situation where everybody wants a hot tub. Everyone wants the pool. And they tell you, oh, we'll take care of it. We've got this. And who gets to take care of it? Me, the person who's not using any of it. Has this ever happened to you? Sort of curious.
Asking for a friend.
If this has ever happened to you, you might be entitled to compensation.
Yeah.
Head on over to wiseandnerdy.com/allowance and compensate us.
Go on. You're nailing it, man. I was proud of you. Now we might need to do wiseandnerdy.com/poolboy to help us get the pool boys. Kind of long time ago when my mother-in-law insisted on buying these, at the time especially, crappy pop-up pools, above ground pools, my wife put the effort into trying to keep them up, keep them clean, keep them safe, because she likes using them. The kids, as they were little, really do like using it. This one we have in the yard now, everybody's put some effort, but nobody wants to put in the full effort. And so I would end up doing, like, I upgraded the pump to make sure it was cleaner and better, because I couldn't stand how it'd get dirty so fast and nobody would go out and get in it. Because, by the way, as much as I try, because some people say, so how you raise your kids. Now, I've raised my kids like I was raised. Here's how you drink out of a hose. Here's all this. I jumped in ponds like nobody's business. You couldn't tell if there were snapping turtles or Cthulhu under there, and so most of the time my kids would kind of look at the green in the pool and refuse to get in. I'm like, it's just algae, man. And you get in to sweep it up. So I had to buying tools for that. But I will say the kids did pitch in some. Nobody's cleaning like it should. And we didn't quite understand how to winterize a pool fully. Now we do. So now it's definitely going to be me and my wife cleaning that out once it gets warmer in a few months. It's still going to be a little too cool. So, wiseandnerdy.com/poolboy, so I can get that heater that I want to attach to the pool to keep it 90 degrees, that I can swim in it more through the year. I would say that, yeah, in a sense. So, okay, the dogs by nature ended up pooping and peeing in the little side room off the kitchen. And we have a pad down there. It's supposed to be our living room. But at some point, my wife got sensitive to the smells, and she's really bad about getting the kids to do any kind of chores or anything on a consistent basis. And I've yet to ever figure out. We've had conversations, still can't figure out why. At least she's backed off when I tell the kids to do stuff, because I'm like, this is so dumb. It's not getting clean. And then you fuss at me because I'm not helping. But you got 4 little minions around here who also aren't helping. But it got out of hand the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, even though I'm not a fan of animals, there's definitely 2 of them I never approved to be in this house. And that, fair enough, the cats aren't the ones making the mess, but still, like today, I went in and cleaned it because she won't ask the kids to do it. And for whatever reason in her life, she can't do it anymore. Like, it makes her puke or whatever. So, to a point, yeah, but you don't use a hot tub at all, John? I mean, that's the kind of takeaway on that call, I thought, was, I mean, it's a hot tub, man.
I like hot tubs.
If I'm going to clean it, I'm going to get naked in it. I don't know what to tell you. So,
oh, man.
Just saying.
Oh.
I will say this one. Now, Joe, actually, without me going on, what about you, Joe? Is there anything that your wife wants, the kids wants, the in-laws want that ultimately you're not using, but you got to take care of?
Oh, my kids off and on have asked about getting pets.
Yeah, but you're no dummy.
No. And I've told them, I'm like, look, this is the reality. You will be cleaning up after that pet. And I've detailed various things that they would be in charge of. cleaning up their droppings, cleaning up the pets themselves, giving them baths, feeding them, taking them for walks, making sure that their own toys are cleaned up, so that because they most of the time they want a dog, every now and again it's a cat, but usually it's a dog. Like, that dog is going to chew up anything you leave out. So
Some do, yeah.
if you don't clean up your stuff, it's going to become a chew toy. And so most of the time they're like, oh, yeah, I don't want a dog. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Honestly, now I married who I married, and I knew from the get go animals were a thing in her life. But if I were in your situation, Joe, I would like, no, you get out, you get your own apartment, you can do whatever you want. But no, because you know as well as I do, it doesn't matter. Now your kids are a little bit more honest, I guess, than some other kids. Because I remember being young and my mom saying the same thing, and I just had this fantasy that I believed in my head, like, it'll be so easy. I don't care. I will absolutely take care of it. And you imagine all these TV moments of the boy and their dog, and then you get the puppy, and then ultimately some parent ends up taking care of it, because no matter what, kids don't have the wherewithal and the energy and the mindset to raise and take care of an animal most of the time. And secondly, they have no concept of what reality is. But I will give you one for everybody. Is we did it through 4-H, so I'm not sure if that's the only way to do it. But when the dog show comes to town, and almost every major city like Chattanooga has one, you can volunteer to go clean up after the animals, and that is a good experience of what that's like.
Well, and then we did something very similar when we had a spell of them really die hard wanting to do it. We're like, okay, we're going to sign you up to volunteer for the local humane society.
There you go. Yeah.
And they quickly were like, no, we don't want an animal anymore. Because they saw the work that it required to take care of these animals while they were with the humane society. And so, yeah, it is what it is.
You know, I think if I were left like alone, right? You know, in this situation where my kids are still around, my wife's around, get rid of all the animals. I don't need anything. I'm good. But if I was like my dad right now, where most of my life is just on my own, I want a robot animal. I want to, I don't mind a little bit of attention. I don't mind a little bit of like, hey, something kind of likes them around, kind of responds to me. But I want to be able to go F off and not worry about it and never have to clean up after it, never have to feed it. And yeah,
I mean, especially if it's like Rush from Mega Man. That's an awesome dog right there.
Yes, it is. Also, I just realized I might have been describing a different kind of relationship, but we won't talk about that for Bob.